Hi, my name is Ed Gallagher. I'm the Commodore of BAADS, the Bay Area Association of Disabled Sailors. We've been around for about 23 years. We started over in the East Bay on Lake Merritt, and initiating the concept of co-ability, where if perhaps you had a blind sailor who was not able to sail by themselves and you had perhaps a para or a quadriplegic that weren't able to sail by themselves, if you put the two of them together, they could do together as a team what they could not do individually.
Hello, my name is Dylan Young. I'm a BAADS member, and I've been with BAADS for about 11 or 12 years. I'm a C7-8 quadriplegic, it's called, so I have impairment in my hands and legs. And so in the case of me sailing, who's a quadriplegic, I'm sailing here with Ed, who's blind, and so I lend the eyes to Ed, and Ed lends his hands and strength in his entire body to pulling the lines to sail, hopefully very successfully and safely.
BAADS started about 23 years ago over in Lake Merritt in Oakland, and a woman by the name of Flo Hubble wanted to sail, but she couldn't sail by herself, and so she teamed up with another disabled person that they sailed around Lake Merritt, but they found that the Lake Merritt was too shallow, and so when South Beach Yacht Club and the marina were built over here, they moved to San Francisco and have been here ever since, partnering up with South Beach Yacht Club. Well, I've been sailing for all my life. I just turned 60 this last month, and I've been sailing virtually every weekend since I was born, and I started losing my eyesight 15 years ago and joined BAADS, and have been sailing with them ever since. It really offers a lot of opportunity for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to get out on the water, because it is an expensive hobby, an expensive sport, and we're constantly looking for funding in order to keep the 24 boats that we have afloat.
I definitely enjoy being on the water and the nature of it all, and I'm somebody who likes to learn things. So simply the act of learning I find very mentally interesting and stimulating, and so I enjoy it for those reasons.
So my name is Kristina, and I am 36 years old, and I'm recently married. I have been sailing for about 4 years now. I started using a wheelchair when I was 20, about I guess 16 years ago now. I was in a motorcycle accident and I have spinal cord injury. When Janice and I were sailing, we've sailed a few times before, and she's in the process right now of figuring out what's going to work best for her as well, and so it's fun to be part of that process with her and figure out how to adapt the the steering mechanisms for her. And the more disabled little boats that we were sailing in today, they are 100% accessible for somebody with just about any kind of disability. Everything, all the lines that you pull to adjust the sails, everything is within reach, and it's just very simple, very stable boats, so somebody can really learn to sail in these boats and be comfortable and safe.
Yeah, my name is John Wallace. I'm a visually impaired sailor. I've been sailing for 45 years. I've been a BAADS member for about 9 years. I have glaucoma, and it's just a gradual thing. It was uncontrolled glaucoma, and I just started losing my eyesight at about 20. One of my better sailing experiences going to Canada and sailing in the World Championships in the access boats. It didn't do very well in the world. It's all the people from Australia just beat the heck out of me. But I managed to get first in the North American part, and I'm currently the North American champions in one of the access classes. And that was a pretty good experience.
My name's Jeffery. I run the BAADS dinghy program. I've been doing this here at BAADS for just about 3 years. In the service, I was volunteering at a school for the blind, and anyway, I got involved with working with disabled then, and we brought a child from Singapore some 30 years ago who had arthrogryposis, and brought him back to the U.S. Shriners Hospital, put rods in his back, and he ended up being a football coach up on the northwest at Pacific Lutheran. So I have, one way or another, been working with disabled for many years, and sailing is the one activity that I'm familiar with where disabled and able-bodied are equal once they're out on the water. The boats we're using they're the one boat that I'm familiar with where you can put two people, able-bodied and disabled, side by side, and they go out racing, and the best man, woman wins,
My name is Kristina, and I have a disability called arthrogryposis, but basically it just means my arms and legs don't work. So I use this wheelchair to get around. I was born like this, so all my life I've been in this type of wheelchair. And I use a chin control to drive my wheelchair, so it comes down here. And I use this to drive. And it just operates like a normal joystick, up, down, left, right. Pretty basic. I sail using a similar joystick, which you'll see, it's in the boat. And it's just going to be tied under my chin. And so it's the same basic idea. Of course, when you're sailing, you have the sails to worry about. So on that up and down is bringing the sails in and out. And I have a button that connects the mainsail and the jib sail. I sailed a little bit as a small kid with some friends. I grew up in Southern California, so we had, a lot of beaches and things, but I live in San Francisco now, and I found this group really randomly, and I don't know, sailing's just a lot of fun, and I knew that. So I found this group, and they said that they would be able to hook up a boat so I could sail by myself. I didn't necessarily believe that, but I came out and tried it, and I had a lot of fun. People often say that I'm independent. I don't know. I like being free to do what I want to do and kind of get around myself, and it's just easier for me, I think, to be independent and less. I have to depend on people for so many things to help me with obvious things that it's nice to have the independence that I can have, I guess is the best way to explain it. But I do live on my own. I'm a lawyer. I work downtown San Francisco, so I do. I work in litigation, so I do some work in court and some work in the office, mostly research and writing though, because I work with civil litigation, which is lots and big cases, so we don't go to trial too often. I guess I would like to say that if you're in Brazil, you should come to San Francisco and visit us here and come sailing with BAADS, because it's a really fun time, and San Francisco is one of the best places to sail in the world, so we're lucky here.